Honorable Men Discord, a black man's experience in the gym. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new, I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me just say one thing about that time frame of these episode drops. That time frame may be changing in a few weeks. All right. For those of you that don't know, outside of doing this YouTube channel, I have a regular life, as do many of you all watching. And for that reason, things are changing for me, which may affect the drop time of these videos. It may also affect how often I drop videos, but I'll keep you all up to date on that. For those of you that have been following me since day one, I appreciate all of you. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel. For those of you new followers, I appreciate you. And that's all I have to say. The reason for this particular episode is because when this young man spoke, as I was looking for material, it just reminded me of what's going on right now in current events as it pertains to what took place in Texas. But I'm going to let this young man tell his story, and then I'm going to speak on it further. So let's just get straight to it. All right. This is his experience in a gym.
Black man living in LA. I'm in a lot of spaces where I'm the only black person. And I try my best not to come off as the fucking aggressive ass, angry ass black man. So I very much intentionally be smiling, being bubbly and shit. Let me tell y'all something. That shit only goes so far. I'm in the gym right now, and this motherfucker, some big ass Russian looking dude, gonna come to me and say, hey, re-rack your waist. And I didn't hear him clearly, so I went up to his face. I'm like, huh, what'd you say? I'm smiling. I'm like, huh, what'd you say, bro? Because usually I'm used to getting complimented in the gym. I'm be real. I thought he was just saying like, oh, you did a lot, good job. He was like, re-rack your waist. Huh? Then I saw he had a hearing aid. I'm like, are you deaf? And he was like, I said it, re-rack your waist. Now you're trying to be funny. Listen, I don't give a fuck how big, buff, tough you think you fucking are. You gonna respect my ass. And I'm tired of having to bite my motherfucking tongue to not come off aggressive. Fuck it. You coming at me like that? Fuck it. So I'm like, let me tell you something. I'm smiling. I'm like, I need to catch my breath. You can express to me what you like for me to do or what you think would be nice, but you don't tell me what the fuck to do. And I'm looking around because, nigga, if you want to talk, we can still talk. What's up? Nigga, he's like, yeah, but don't be a fucking asshole. I'm like, listen, can you hear what I'm saying? Touch your hearing aid. You don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me shit. I'm grown as fuck. Fuck? You talking about being an asshole? Bitch, I don't know what your culture is, but my culture is, you shut the fuck up and mind your business unless you're really trying to get it popping. And I'm not even on that type of time, but you pressing me. And then I look young, so that's another thing. In LA and just in life, people be trying to handle you a certain way because you look young. I don't give a fuck how sweet I look. Bitch, it'll get real sour in here. The fuck? My nice ass. I ain't slapped the motherfucker in a long time, but this nigga came close. Fuck is you talking about? Then when I'm like, you don't tell me what the fuck to do, he's like, oh, just go. Yeah, and I say, you get the fuck back on, bitch. I didn't want to talk to you no how. Fuck. Nigga. You niggas be tripping. So as a...
All right. So I'm going to just add to what the young man said. First and foremost, does looking young play into it? Yes. But do I believe that's the main reason that guy spoke to him that way? No. I believe he spoke to him that way because he's a black man. And again, like he said, there's not many black men in that particular area. Right? And where am I going with this? The incident that took place in Texas with Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, although this situation is completely different, and I'm aware of that. All right. So I'm putting that out there. I'm aware of that. First of all, this ended much better than that situation. But the part of it that's a similarity, all right, is the fact of the man that he spoke of addressing him about weights needing to be put back. Much like the incident in Texas, the unfortunate incident in Texas that could have been avoided, all right? That man, this is two adults now. Now, when you're talking about teenagers still have a lot of life to live. So we could somewhat chalk it up to adolescence, right? Now, but in this case, these are two adults, right? So the man speaking to him about putting the weights was telling him what to do. It wasn't a respectful dialogue, all right? And it wasn't a respectful dialogue. Why? Because that man just sees him as a black man that's in the gym. There's not a lot of black people here. And look at this guy who leaves his weights all over the place, right? And the comfortability that man has is because he knows that. Because I don't care how buff somebody in the gym is, they know who they can do that to. All right. Now, just looking at his frame, he doesn't look like he's that he doesn't look like he's that muscular. Not that that should matter to gain respect, but based on what he said about the other guy's stature and size, the guy felt as though he could just impose himself on him. All right. This life is about respect. It's about humanity and respect. If we can't all agree on that, we have many more years of conflict without resolution. I'd like to believe we could start with viewing each other as human beings, first and foremost. And then also introduce respect into the picture. There was no respect in this dialogue, all right? When that guy said, approached him, that wasn't his place. The only person that should be approaching this young man is someone from the gym. Let someone from the gym tell him to put the weights back. And as someone who has gone to gyms all throughout my life, I understand it becomes frustrating when you see people leave weights around. I myself, even before starting certain exercises, I end up re-racking weights that I never even use just because I don't want the clutter in my space when I'm working out. So I'll do that before even starting. And many times that consists of removing a lot of different plates, all right, and putting them back in their respective spaces. But the fact of the matter is, this whole situation of people just approaching you feeling as though they're an authority is just out of control, period. It wouldn't even matter if it was a black man telling him to re-rack the weights. It doesn't matter the race. That's the point I'm trying to get at with this. It doesn't matter the race. I'm not making this a racial episode, but it was important to highlight this young man's experience, especially with him being a black male, because of the fact that this scenario, it resonates with me, because I can't tell you how many times I've experienced this. I've experienced this type of interaction so many times. I don't really have a specific event to share with you off the top of my mind. This is the norm, and this is what the world doesn't understand. I don't bother getting on this channel speaking about things like that, because my channel is not going to be a channel based on the black experience per se. Now, at certain topics that come up that cross my eyes, I'll speak on it, but this channel is not going to be about sulking about my personal experience as a black man. But do understand that when certain things come across my eyes, it resonates with me, because this is real life. But I'm smart enough to know that when you get on channels, particularly YouTube and other social media outlets, and you speak about this, people look at it as though you're just complaining, you're whining. Oh, there you go again, using the race card. This is a real thing. This is not some type of thing that black men and women experience for the sake of clicks. I could care less about clicks when it comes to my peace of mind. Let me make that very clear. And I believe I speak for most melanated people who just want peace. It's just that simple. It's amazing. It's amazing. And anyone that knows me personally outside of this channel, because I have life outside of this channel, anyone that knows me personally knows that I'm a man that relishes in my peace. I love my peace. So much so that I will personally avoid any type of friction for that peace. Not out of fear. Maybe in the past it may have been out of fear. Not out of fear. At this point in time as a grown man, not out of fear, but out of my peace of mind. Because I know that depending on the circumstance, where I'm willing to take it. And to save myself the headache, to save myself my freedom, I make wise decisions. But I'm here as a grown man, with the help of this young man's video and sharing his story, to tell those of you out there, do not get tricked out of your freedom. You made it this far, keep pushing. Because nothing in this world was designed to aid you, support you, have empathy for you. Now, there's some people that, you know, I see on social media, depending on certain situations that happen in this world, there's some people of other races that have been supportive in their commentary, and I appreciate it. I sincerely appreciate it. But just understand the black experience as a black man and as a black woman is a real thing, and we can't make this stuff up. And again, I choose not to make this channel all about sharing my negative stories of hardships and trials and tribulations. It's too often. And one thing the world does not know is just how many times we go through it. The only thing the world sees is those one moments that may go viral for the wrong reasons. And you know what I'm talking about. And no, I'm not talking about Carmelo Anthony when I say that. The world only sees the moments when we quote unquote crash out, but they don't know how many times we've endured. Being a black man, being a black woman is an experience of being able to endure. It's either you can endure or you tap out. And you know what I mean by tap out. Some people tap out. They just can't take it. It is not an easy thing. And for those melanated people that actually succeed in this life, flourish, become greater than average, I salute you. I applaud you. I know your story wasn't easy. Because at every turn, it seems like everyone wants to see you fail. I'll even go further. This young man's working out, right? I'm almost 100% sure, I don't know him personally, if you asked him if there was an opportunity to have a gym for yourself as opposed to going to a gym and being with the public, what would you prefer? And you might say, oh, that's a no-brainer. Everybody would say they want their own gym. No, some people actually enjoy going and socializing whilst they're at the gym. But I'm pretty sure he would say he'd want his own gym. I have been done with public gyms a long time ago. I do it now because I don't have my own gym, but these are the type of experiences. Now, I put my weights back, but even then, some of the things I deal with, it's just like, it just makes me want to throw my hands up in the air. But staying on topic, I'm just going to end with this. Be respectful to everyone. Don't get tricked out of your freedom. Don't get tricked out of your freedom standing on business. Handle it like this young man handled it, with words. All right? And first of all, if anyone comes to me with disrespect about what I should do, I'm not the type to leave weights around, but if I was, depending on how you come to me, I'm man enough to own it, and I'd put the weights back, even if you're not staff. So let me be clear about that. I'm man enough to put it back, even if you're not staff. But definitely don't come to me talking to me as though I'm some child. Definitely don't do that. And again, I'm not making this about race. It could be a black man coming to me with disrespect about put the weights back. And I'm not moving, I'm not putting it back. And that's what it's going to be. This is about respect. Talk to people with respect. But the reason why I believe that man spoke to him like this is because he doesn't respect him. He doesn't see him as a human being. He thinks he could just walk up to him and just tell him what to do, and he was expecting him to get up. But listen, that's all I have on this episode. Just we have to find better ways to communicate. Again, not because I said so, but because take the other routes, and trust me, this world was designed to make sure you're going to be behind bars. All right, it's this world was not designed in our favor. If you believe it is, then I don't know what to tell you. But look at history and look at now. And if you're going to start naming people that have made it, yes, making it is a possibility. You could make it. I'm not here to say you can't make it. But the numbers of those of us that actually make it, as opposed to those of us that are still suffering and struggling and trying to find ways, it's far and few in between. So it's up to you as an individual to make the right choices in how you handle situations. All situations are on a case-by-case scenario. No situation is exactly identical. You really have to do your best to exhibit self-control and to use your mind. Use your mind. But listen, that's all I have on this episode. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. And as always, stay honorable.